What is going on YouTube? Hit, I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap as well as DueDEX. Specifically in today's video, obviously, we are going to be referencing the slight jump we have had within the current market as well as within Bitcoin specifically. As you guys can clearly tell, Bitcoin just yesterday had actually decided to break fairly bullish very quickly at the price of 9,400, actually shooting up to about $1,000 more than what we were currently at in literally one day, which is definitely fascinating, definitely unpredictable as well. But I do want to discuss what is going on precisely. I know a lot of people are bombarding me with questions on Twitter and on Patreon in relevance to what exactly is happening, and I would like to address that concern as to whether or not this is now the start of a bull run, or is this just a pump fake and we are going to continue to fall down in the opposite direction. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe. We are at 15.7k subscribers, absolutely killing it, literally on our way to 16,000. So definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. This helps out the YouTube algorithm, as well as remember to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can head on over there, DM me, and I will get back to you shortly. Otherwise, check out my Litecoin chicken shirt. But yeah, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, yesterday, quick recap, we were discussing that XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin traders must watch, pay close attention to the potential dip that is coming. You can clearly see the uptrend, the downtrend, equaling out some sort of symmetrical triangle, funneling into some point of contact right in the middle here, and then ultimately I had predicted we would be slowly breaking to the downside, going all the way back down to our moving average on the weekly for, I think this was Bitcoin, could be wrong. So ultimately, that is what I was anticipating. Now, if you look at the current coin market cap, things really aren't up by that much. I mean, top 10 crypto, I'd say everything's up about 6 to 7%. Maybe it was a lot higher yesterday when we were at 10.4, but ultimately we did not stay at 10.4, and we have now dropped around a little over $300 in the price of Bitcoin. Now everything is fairly similar and held constant with Bitcoin, Ethereum. We have Bitcoin Cash up 9.6, Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, XRP. Everything is up. I'd say the same exact thing, if not slightly off, maybe 5 to 6% at most. Specifically in today's video, I want to talk about Bitcoin. So here is something that I know can be quite alarming to some, and we've been talking about this for a while now, but I feel like I have to mention it again and bring it up every time we see something like this happens, regardless of whether it breaks bullish or breaks bearish. A lot of people are asking me, oh my God, so we're at 10,004. Oh my God, we're at 10,000. What's happening? What are we doing right now? What is the next plan of action? Where exactly are we going to go? Well, ultimately, this only happened in the day. So in one day did this happen. This is not proof that we are breaking bullish just yet. This is definitely a good sign. Don't get me wrong. I am pro Bitcoin going either direction. Wow, my hair is messy. Going either direction. So if we were to break bullish and go up to $50,000, I'm going to make money that way. But if we are bearish and we fall to $3,000, I'm going to make money anyway. Why? Because I use DueDEX to short Bitcoin, and it's literally that simple. But we have to consider a couple of things. Just because we have an uptrend and we have broken ever so slightly this resistance, this yellow resistance right now, does not mean we are out of the water yet. We are out of the problem area just yet. Ultimately, this is only today. Yesterday was Monday, so we had the first start of a new candle that broke bullish. Does not mean we are fully out of the woodworks yet, and we are switching to a more bullish, consideration. Now, if we do switch to a bullish consideration, you guys will be the first to know, and we will be buying in long and selling off when we hit $30,000 or $12,000. But we have to, take a look at history. What has history shown us? Well, let's scroll back. Clearly, I mean, this we don't really need to count that much, but if I was to move back in the past, we have had numerous accounts when we had broken bullish above our ultimate resistance line. Back in 2019, June 26. we were bullish. Resistance would have been capped at 11.8, which is still true to this day, and we would have shot all the way up to 13.8. So there's still money in here. Don't get me wrong. 11.8 to 13.8, $2,000 jump. This is a huge money maker, But here's the thing with buying in so quickly and FOMO buying in. You buy in right here. You see it breaking out. You hear the news. You buy in at 13.4. Oh my God, we finally broke 11.8. Now we're at 13.4. I'm buying in. So you do it. But immediately after you do, we fall all the way down due to the FOMO. The FOMO shot us up from 12.9 all the way to 13.8. That's why we went down. Immediately after that, we closed the candle. So if you bought midday, even if you bought it at 12.7, you bought midday, we went all the way up. You didn't sell off. You didn't take profits, not knowing we were overbought. You would be losing out, considering the following day we fell from the 13.8, which we started off of. We started the day at 11.3. The following day, we closed all the way down at 10.2. So you would have been out of quite a bit of money, closing all the way down, at 11.1, a little bit lower, maybe about $1,000 or $800 lower than the current price that it started at yesterday, but ultimately reaching an extremely low price. And then immediately after that, we're ultimately falling lower. Now, the same thing happened over here. Buying in on a bullish dip upwards or a bullish price movement upwards immediately was followed by a correction to the downside. So these are pump fakes, and these do happen, and they happen very close to that resistance that has been drawn. Same thing happened here. Ultimately, if we were to extend back, the main pattern of the coin is correction to the downside. Now, this is long-term investment. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of money to be made off of movements in here. This is a big date range. If, we just scaled this out here, this is a month of trading. We could still be profitable and still making money off of a month of trading. We could have calculated the lows, calculated when ultimately we didn't become overbought. But I probably would have avoided this area, waited for us to retest the middle moving average, expecting a bounce, and bought in there. So to see the ever so slight movement above the resistance at the current moment does not mean we are out of the woodworks yet. Consider that. Looking at the weekly, this candle has just freaking started. It has just started. Today is Tuesday. We have 5 days and 13 hours left. Practically 6 days left for this candle to prove itself. And hear me out. If Bitcoin is able to, with this candle, close on Sunday of, this upcoming Sunday, in 5 days and 13 hours above this resistance, then we're going to have to do some consideration, and we're going to have to figure out whether or not we are actually entering a bull market, which would be great, don't get me wrong, or if we close below here, that it was supposed to happen, and there's a good chance we're flipping bearish, because we've had candles literally just like that right here. The start of the week, we probably went all the way up on Tuesday to 12.2, but immediately after that, at the end of the week, we closed below here and then immediately fell. So this would have been a pump fake, and you guys would be out a crap ton of money. The same thing is applied here. We are extremely high up. That's kind of my, opinion here. We are extremely high up. We are extremely open and wide on the MACD. There's a very good chance this candle is not going to last, and we're going to correct lower. So do what you want. But I'm going to wait till the end of these 5 days to see where exactly this candle closes. If we close above here, we're going to have to consider some other things. If we close below here, we're going to probably end up shorting. Ultimately, guys, all of my trades will be posted on Patreon. Patreon is now refreshed. It's the start of the new month, which means there's another 30 days before the subscription, resets. So if you guys are new and you want to check out Patreon, I highly recommend you do so. It is in the description. We're still way above 100 patrons right there. So definitely make sure to check it out. It's a huge growing community. But lastly, to talk about the other cryptos like XRP and the other ones, like I said, XRP is really, yes, we are retesting the middle moving average, but we're really not out of the woodworks yet. There's a good chance we could still fall much lower. Even on the weekly, you can see it's only one candle. This doesn't necessarily mean we're going to stay above here. There's a good chance we could easily reverse lower, but this is definitely a good sign. Don't get me wrong. This is a great sign. If we can continue this path, if we can close after 5 days and 13 hours above the resistance, there's a very high chance we're going to start to migrate up closer to 32 cents and switching bullish for XRP. XRP. So there's definitely some great signs for these cryptocurrencies. Definitely make sure to stick around and check it out because, it's not over yet. This is new. This is a beginning. It's a great sign, but it doesn't mean everything is completely over. I mean, Ethereum went all the way up to the same price it has been at for the most part, still testing resistance, which formed a wick and then fell lower. So there's the same consideration on practically all these cryptocurrencies. Litecoin too is in the same mix, but my main focus at the current moment is on Bitcoin and really seeing which area this weekly candle would like to go to. You can focus on the daily, but ultimately being overextended right now in my eyes with the resistance right now. We could easily collapse all the way back down to 9.3 and then, dump all the way down at 56 in the next upcoming weeks. So definitely keep a very close eye on here. I'm very precautious and I'm very careful with trading, especially now. If you plan on buying in long, definitely have your stop losses checked because you could be making a big mistake. And lastly, definitely make sure to sign up for DueDEX. This is where I buy long, sell short, do my stop losses, my risk management trades, market orders, limit orders, everything under the sun. Totally free. Sign up is in the description down below, up to $70 back, I think, in free Bitcoin. So definitely check it out. Otherwise, if you guys aren't new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoTheOfficial, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. And let me know who can say it faster than me. But I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.